friends, and welcome to the finishing of the second palace of Soviet. Yes, this one will stand for 1,000 years at least. Cheers. Although the cost at which we build this is not negligible, because bringing all the stuff in here to build this thing, it causes severe interruptions in the logistical infrastructure of the realm, and that's not good. It's in fact very, very bad. As we can see, the population had gone down to, 32,000. Before we started this project, I believe it was like 42,000, and that was in 2025, 5 years ago about. So half the time of the original one, almost. Well, there's still quite a bit to go, actually. Yes, we're about halfway off the finishing of the thing. But here again, the days go by at a reasonable tempo, not like the other one. You can actually see what's happening, and now it's actually something is happening as well, something worth watching. Yeah, the population is now 31,000. And this is, unfortunately, regrettably, the people of Molna who has suffered a great catastrophe. And unbeknownst at the time here, but pretty soon to be announced, is that there is a great traffic jam at the bus stop in Molna. And there's nothing wrong. It's not that any bus is missing somewhere to go or anything like that. It's just here, this there crashed. Not crashed, but broken. And I just saved, loaded the exact same spot, and they just started moving. And the people of Molna, the few who were left, I should say, I don't know right now, but it's not a lot of people left. And there, Lenin is placed upon the thing, and well, there it is, complete. Yes, timing is important in these things, but it's not always, such easy, so easy. We still need to have the main theme, though, even though it was a special. Yes, you will have noticed maybe the length of the tune was the same as time-lapse of the finishing of Palace of Soviet. So much Soviet in this here palace. There we have it. Yes. The motherland calls to Lenin, maybe, I don't know what she's calling to. Probably not to Lenin. Keresali, Palace of Soviet. I don't know. This is not we need a better name for this. Preferably you would be part of Husqvarna, but that's not going to happen because that's all the way over there. As I remember messing with this, with the old one as well. Karachi. No, this is just Soviet. Yes. Soviet Palace of Soviet. Perfect. Yes. Very good. That is excellent. So it is, what is it? It is the 17th of April of 2030, and as this is being reorganized into a proper setup where we will only export the excess. Yes. Working mechanism, but the stuff is coming. So we have this separate loader and this separate enormous storage and a pump in. We have a pump here. Yes, we have a pump here. I believe that when this is full, it will flow over to this one, and the pump will take it to the ship. And I believe it is the ship that is currently out. Yes, it's Lisa who's standing here. And if we have a look at money last year, nothing. Really of the import. A little bit of 211,000 rubles of vehicles. Perhaps farming a tractor or something. No, we make those now. What would that have been? A crane? Maybe. No resources. I don't know when we imported any resources last, but here we have 51 million of fuel, and it is the second ship. And the third one is... yes, it will take time. But we don't really need any more ships now. We have one for each type of thing that we do and make. Yes, I believe that there are some new trucks available here that was published to the workshop. Don't know if they're any good, but maybe we should try and build a few, since we have so much dollars now to spend about here on experimenting with these things, for example. And that would be it's the MN18 thing. This thing is actually the thing that we're currently building. Yes, that should now be available in more things, I believe. It's not. No, is it? They put it in the rubles. That would be wrong. But this is supposed to be dollars. There are many things here. Yes. Yes, they have put it in the rubles. That's wrong. Damn it. And we can't... that feels wrong. East Germany. No, these are not East Germany from 1995, What sort of alternate reality do you think this is? No. You see, this one... yes, the here one. Yes, no, it doesn't say where it is from, but it is from Germany. Yes. It's available from 2001. $4. Damn it. We're not going to be able to build it, but we can buy one. Now, there should be... yes, and there will probably the same damn thing then with... no, that must be dollars. Let's look here. There should be something... some sort of Scania. There should actually... yes. See? Brazil. Sure. Brazil. I suppose this model was perhaps built in Brazil, but yes, we could have better Scanias, but this will do. I think 47 million for a covered hull. You take 16 tons of food, for example. That's very handy. Sounds to me. Ford Mustang, 2012. Scania 113H. Yes. That didn't even, it wasn't even noticeable. That's just change for us here. Blue. That looks quite nice. We'll try it in blue. And of course, that vehicle got thrown away. That was finished. Such is it here. I wonder if these aren't... they should be transportable on a flatbed. They really should be. And here, even though the 5 engineers and the 21 workers here in the train factory, they are eking out these at a glacial pace. We need to get rid of stuff from here. Isn't there an open hull that can take this? Do I not have a Peterbilt open hull? That one must be able to take it. Probably, but open hulls is not the sort of thing that you have standing around. Except these, but we want to. It doesn't work with that one. We'll try. Do we have? No. When we built this, we did not afford that sort of thing. Where would that be? Where we would afford that sort of thing? Husqvarna, we might have afforded such things. There are certainly some Peterbilt here. We should have. This is a Peterbilt open hull. Very nice. If you just would go and live at the depot for a little moment, so we could tell you to do things, such as going to the yes, new stop, going to the car factory. Yes, it's it is not that way. That way is Molna. Molna is sad at the moment. We shall let Molna recuperate and maybe later have a look. Although it will take long for Molna to recuperate. Where do we put these then? In here. Looks good. It has a paved road and everything. Let's do it. Let's try it. See if it doesn't. That has a little bit of a ways to drive. From up here to down here, and the road is not paved. I'm afraid. This part of that part of the thing. You are wise to go to. No, you're not going to the fueling thing. Which road are you taking? Yes, of course you're taking the bridge out of town. Yes, you're wise. At least we have pavement all the way out to what should we call it? The harbor. That's pretty luxurious. There's a bus. Hello, bus. It's a bit clunky going over those, but it's really not possible to do anything about it, unfortunately. And these power lines are not totally convinced still that they are safe, even though nothing has happened yet, but this... But I mean, yes, the road vehicles are not that bad because they are running on rubber tires after all, and ought to be pretty well insulated, but still very, very unsafe. Very unsafe, especially if it's raining. No, don't even think about it. It's very unsafe. But the trains, they are extremely well grounded things. Yes, they are basically a ground. Yes. We can see the palace of the Soviet over there, and it's not lagging as much, at least. Maybe we should be driving people over there to work eventually. Well, I thought Lisa was out there for a moment, but she was out of sight. Still about 5,000 tons left to fill her up this time. Yes, and now I'm afraid, dear truck here, it is unpaved road for quite a long way. It is a shame, really, that Husqvarna, which is the culture capital, is connected with such poor roads. But then again, it is also, to keep the common folk out, because they are a little bit better up here. Yes. Maybe we should rename it, because yes, they are. It is the culture capital, and they are a little bit better than everybody else in the rest of the realm. We should rename it. I don't know. Maybe. No, doesn't look right, does it? Maybe this place could be called Stockholm. No, we'll leave it. It can be like that for now. Here you have the very good 87% rating on the television station. Yes. Don't want to culturally appropriate. No. Culturally appropriate. Difficult term, difficult word, and difficult, maybe even concept to comprehend. Oh, this train is out. That usually means problems. Let's see what it's up to. It's standing still. Oh, it's loading. Yes, it's made it in here to where it gets electrical components. Yes. Fortunately, it only loads 9%, but I think that's still quite a bit. And here, the queue will be. Why don't you? No, I don't have one here. Aha, you're giving way to. Of course, I don't have one here. There is a crossing. Quite clever this to put the crossing on the level crossing with the road. I don't know if you do that, but in here in this thing, it worked out quite well, because trains don't stop in here unless they are doing silly things. So traffic will not be held for longer than is actually necessary. Oh, do we have food in here now? Yes, we do. Should we go and have a look at poor old Molna here? How she's doing? Okay, but maybe she has recuperated a little bit. Here, where is the town hall? Not enough accountants or officers at all. We have to look here. 899. That's very poor. Yes, this is 4,000 people town about when it's doing reasonably. 4.5 when it's getting full of adult children. About. Yes, we now have the 6th farm. Yes, that reminds me. There is something here. There should be something here. We should have storage. It ought to be grain storage. Yes, this is quite large. I like this. I hope it is expensive as hell to build. 224 tons of steel. I say, yes, that's pretty expensive. How much would it be in monetary thing? It's $30 million. Yes, this sounds like a project we could take on. The main bother being that it does not have a rail connection. Correct. You will need to get the rail cargo station in here, and that may not happen. Not without demolishing all these road cargo stations, and that is not happening neither. No. And a train cargo train station. Yes, one of those. How large exactly? It is enormous. Is what it is. Yes, you see, it's as big as this one. I'm afraid that means that we can't use it quite. I wanted to use it, I liked it very much. You see, it's very tall and reasonably expensive, and everything is a bit of a project to build and such. I suppose we could put it over at... yes, why not? Why not put it over here? Over here, yes, at the second food factory. The same deal here, that it has to, do thing, rail, train has to come here. Yes, but how much larger is a pipeline? Is a cargo train station compared to a warehouse? Not that much. It's like exactly the same size. Yes, so that could fit in there, but then where would you put? You see, that's the road, street road connection to the food factory, and we know what happens when that is not clear at all times. Or when it doesn't exist, for that matter, as we have learned. And then one of these, it has a very small footprint, yes, but still not small enough to have to demolish the food factory too. Well, so I feel about that, you know. But I do know that we have an excess of grain, and you know what we could do? Let's try and do a clever thing here. A clever thing. Well, clever and clever. We will see about how clever it is. But if we go here, as you see, all the trucks that are leaving from here, from here, yes, I don't think they're all empty. You know. That one's empty. That one's empty. Okay, at the moment they're all empty. But at times they aren't empty. And at those times they could go to, no, we really should have it here. Why didn't you put the train thing on it? It doesn't have it. This is apparently a real thing. In Switzerland, yes. We're not going to build it out here. And let's face it, we're not going to build it at all. Are we? It would have to be here. But the cargo train station and the road cargo stations and the food factory, it's all very, very tightly knit together. This bridge. That's the awful, terrible bridge. But this is just too much to redo. We wouldn't survive. We'd have to live off the second food factory, and I'm not sure we could. Oh, it's time to slightly increase. What? There are only 4 workers in the meat industry. They all come from Molna, I think. Hantasino here, new butchers from Hantasino, but I don't know. Hantasino seems to be doing really poorly too. But there is also a lot of demand on this bus platform. Quite a demand. So, you know, did it work, transporting vehicles out? I'm not which one did you choose? I don't know. I don't think it worked. Damn it. No, it didn't work. Wait, that's a lot of stuff here. There's 3 workers. That's unfortunate. All right, vehicles. You have one of these on board, but you haven't made your first journey yet. What are you doing here? Yes, you just arrived and picked up your first thing, and you picked one of those that I already know fits. What was it that we wanted this for again? I don't know, but we'll use the Scania instead here that we have. Yeah, that ought to be finished by now, right? Somewhere. If we turn that off, maybe we can see better. See, I see mostly combine harvesters. Yes, and I'm supposed to finish then. Oh, but it's just about to be. Where'd it go? Hello. Where are are you? Aren't you finished yet? No, you're still not finished. Oh, you have no place to store. I see. Yes, we'll sell a combine. There we go. That's the only way to sell them. No place to store. What do you call this? Maybe we need to free up. Is it that picky? Something happened. Here we have it. You can start by driving over to a depot here and parking. And let's have a look at you. Yes, you can clearly see the Scania thing, but it's not, you know, the type that we're used to here in Europe. Quite, but it's something. It's large, is what it is. Yes, it's very large. And that's a Mercedes behind. You know, it's a motorway. You can overtake. No. Really poor drivers here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. That's a big old thing on it. 16 tons of food. And this wasn't available in any other variants now, was it? I think it was. Wouldn't have happened to be, no, not here, that here. There are many things in here, but no, I think that was it. Yep, maybe we should build a Mustang, or a couple of hundred of them. A 2012 Mustang here in 2030. We seem to have plenty of oil. It doesn't appear to be running out, so yeah, I say it's full here. And look at the refinery is going quite well, but this is not good. There is no fuel here, and this fuel transporting train thing internal is first. It is not going at the moment, or it is waiting here to load, you know. And a place like Beata's here is empty, and that is no good. So now Beata, maybe we should change your route around a bit, because you Dansk, they you go. Yes, it's on the way, right? Gdansk is on the way, it's here. Oh, it's not. That's a steel mill. But it is here. And it is, and then it goes out here. Out to Molna, and then out to... You need to go here. Main diesel station 2. Because this is no good. We can't have it. Yes, at the moment, of course, the second fuel transporting train thing is not running, and that has an impact because it is supposed to be loading from here. I wonder if it could load from here when this train is in here, but it didn't have very much on it now, did it? Maybe it could. We could send it out here anyway. It is what it's supposed to be doing. It is its destiny. Yes, hello. Thank you. Where is it then? Second fuel transporter. Where are you? Are you in here? No. List of trains. All map and the diesel locomotives and second fuel transporting thing. You're out on the rails. You go there now. I see you don't have any left for that is unfortunate. You're not waiting until loaded. You're running around empty and taking up space on the track as it is then. This is a bit ridiculous. Do you really have a like almost a proper fuel shortage at the moment? Yes, because here when whilst the thing was being built, it unloaded all of the fuel. Yes, all of the fuel got transported on train from over at the refinery out to here, and it flowed into the ship. And that's what we're seeing the result of here now. It also means that we don't have so much fuel as we used to. How much fuel do we actually have? We still have 12,000 tons, but that's including that one. Don't include vehicles, don't include trains. Yes. We still have a lot there. Yes, but if we don't count as 7,500 tons, it used to be like 20-something thousand. Yes, so let's get this turned around and get the fuel situation sorted once and for all. I think if we could get a few more workers maybe into here, that would certainly solve many issues. This line, for example. Maybe every now and then you go to here instead of the other place. So let's say after Alvaret, but from Alvaret we already have a lot of people coming. Polochevo bus platform. That's a good place. After that one, you go there. And one more maybe after Katzinchal. No. Molna, but that is not going to help a whole lot. But when it does, maybe we can have after Molna then. New stop here. Maybe that was a few too many, but we'll see what happens. We don't want to limit the amount here whatsoever. No. There we go. And I also feel that the amount of oil that we have stored up is not quite enough. We only have one of these after all. And I mean the pipeline goes by here. We could simply hook up one in series with this and significantly increase the oil supply. As if you have a look in here. I mean, yes, all we need is this, but we could have it with the rail thing just in case. Maybe. There's an electrical thing there, but this is maybe a good place for it. Yes, it goes into there then and then out there. Yes, this is a good place. Except that rail is not really going to happen from here, is it? Why? Do we need raw petroleum on the rail network? Do not. But just in case, if say we wanted a second oil refinery, in case things turn for the worse around us, and and our safety is threatened, and something were to happen to this one or something. Where are we going with this? Over here, I think. There is a little bit of pipe here, which is pretty low to the ground, and also road, and also probably electrical wire. Yes, not ideal circumstances than for getting a railroad in, and that is pointing the wrong way. Doesn't matter. Yes, this is a very, very good piece of infrastructure that we have going on here. Oh yes, that would be the electrical thing. And then, yes, up to that. You see, that's not too bad. If you do something like this. And now we're going to change this around a bit, remove that and put it, put one here. Can't place them for here. One here, and one, no, yes, and one here. That ought to do it. But the railroad doesn't go anywhere, it's not finished. That is correct. Back it up a little bit here. Double tracking over road is not allowed. Regrettably. No, it isn't. And you don't have a lot of space in order to safely get the thing. I think this might do it, but that it might be too close too. They are really sensitive about these things, you know. But we're not double tracking over the road at such a place. Yes, the trains are going to be lining up for the crude oil after all. Well, they're not. We're never ever going to have a train even go in here, I think. And why bother with this double? Because it's a different rail layout. I don't think I've tried this before. No, but that will do for now. I hope that this is in reach, otherwise this would be bothersome. Come on, Avkavisk Rail Construction Office, you can do it. Yes, you could. It's here. Hey. And it's sending the construction train out. Yes, you know, the plan was to build that thing, the crops thing, but that did not happen. Unfortunately. So what should we do instead then? Instead we built this, or instead we planned for this whilst building. No, we haven't even had a good look at the Palace of the Soviets yet. So here it stands, our second Palace of Soviet. This is magnificent. This building does not look pre-worn. No, this looks brand new. That's good. It was incredibly expensive, as it should look pretty good, and it does. And the lions and Lenin is a bit low resolution, but maybe that's what you get when you make it that large. I don't know how it works, you know. People should be quite well educated here. They are. 100% are well educated. Yes. Look at this. all of the staff is university educated. And 69 moderators and actors, 70 is maximum amount of actors and moderators, but not enough staff. It can never be totally maxed out. This. I'd like to know how you do that, how you actually keep it maxed out. We have this, for example, to help keep it topped up. Yes, people that walk here, they try and get to work it here. Should we put some people to work maybe over at the Palace of Soviet? Yeah, we could try it. We'll take this one, for example. You're currently assigned to line. Erase from line. S. Here. And here, say, but don't fill the bus up. Maybe just that might be enough. Should we fill that road in, maybe? We should try anyway. Uh, 200 workers. 200? It feels like such a shame to not put them to work, you know. Should we build up a little town around the Palace of Soviet? Maybe. It does not have a lot. Here it has footpath connections. Ah, so it does. Maybe we should build some streets around it. Maybe we should not have the street look quite like this. You see, that's why we built temporary roads. That was not intended. This is not too sure, but okay, that might well cause issues here. One issue is that I cannot hook up to there. We could have trolley buses going around Palace of Soviet. Round and round and round they would go. Maybe. Oh, we can try it. Well, trolley buses are, I've said before, I know, but trolley buses really are one of the most despicable forms of transport. There are. I mean, it's efficient though, but is there anything more, you know, symbolizing of Eastern Europe during Soviet times than trolley buses? Sides of heap. No, sides is not too steep. Is it such that it is built on a little bit of an... yes, it is built on a little bit of something. We could try and do something about it, maybe. If they reach all the way out here, there actually seems to be a few. Something like this then. Do you want it as square? Yes, we'll have square. We'll have proper intersection. We'll have... it's a little bit of an embankment. Here I can see now. Yes. Oh, a little bit. It's quite deep. This is what it is. A little bit further out here, maybe. And another thing that one could have done could have been to implement some stops here. Yes. I would have thought of such a thing. Apparently not. But there we go. And if we wanted to do anything, we needed to do that. But then the bus that is going here will not find its way, but we can fix that. So, 23 million and a half dollars to build a little thing around here. Does this reach? Yes, it must reach out there. Good. Where are you getting your workers from, by the way? This might be the case that this should be up there. Yes, it's Stockholm bus stop tiny. I don't think so. I think this one. Bus platform. And the same should go for the regular little small one here. It's not already so. No, it is not. Bus stop tiny. But then, let's see here. You go here. We still have people going to the bus stop tiny here. Yes, quite a few. And asphalt, yes. It brings workers to here, is this one. What do we have? Actors, moderators, and such. No account, didn't I put? Yes, here it is, the bus, but you didn't bring anyone. Why not? Because this is the first stop. Yes, now this is the actual first run that it will do. I see. Is it as such? Such it is. I don't think that this will actually do anything, because there's no one living here at the moment to keep tabs on. Then considering, what is this that we have built here? Okay, I see it's part of Palace of Soviet. Maybe we should do... Yes, we really should should have had some stops on here too. If one wants to build a trolley bus, but I should build a new town to put all 859 adult children in. What was the population now? 30,000. 30,000. Not that great. It's not. There seems to be a lot of buses here right now. Are there any workers? Some. Yes, but nowhere near. They are probably all going to the same goddamn place as you're all going to Polochevo, aren't you? Damn it, it's hopeless. Yes, it is hopeless. I've tried everything. Goddamn it, fix that, please. Now that you have the lines, you could maybe do something about it. But is that it then? Not quite really. I really want this to be something here. Yes, be done. Yes, be done. There's a little bit of work to do here, and this has not been, but this is finished. Yes, this is interesting. The voltage out here is not always that great. But you see, this This is a problem with all of the thing. Is it on the high voltage? Yes, it is on the high voltage part of things. That can only mean one thing. Well, it will be fixed very soon, probably, but there are not enough workers in the nuclear power plant. And how is that even possible? Current number of workers, 5. Sounds like a bit not enough, you know. I think that you have lost your parking privileges here outside the thing, outside the vehicle factory. Demolish. Yes. Yes, you're. What happened to their cars? They seem to be fine. Yes, they are fine. They can just drive them out of here. I think they actually do, if I remember correctly. No, that one teleported out. Yes, they teleport out then. Well, they get taken care of. That should mean that one of the few places you can either drive to the nuclear power plant to work, or you could drive to out there at the asphalt plant. But is this within reach? Even it is within reach of these two, but not that one. Should we have a new parking lot, maybe? We should have one here for commuters for the power plant to ensure minimize as medium parking lot. I find that the large ones traffic, problem doesn't work well at all. Basically, no. Yes, parking lot medium. One here, and then a little bit of street there. Really though, should we really have this? We could be a bit more clear on where we want them to go by not having a road or street in that direction. We'll have it. So that should mean that we should sell a few more cars, maybe. Is it still at 120? Yes, it has been at 120 for many years. Large. Oh no, the coal heap is on fire again. Fire truck is coming. Great. This is very good. Very good news. Very good news. So, 4th of June of 2030. Hasn't this been going on for a while now? Yes, but it was many years on fast forward, They're building palace of Soviets twice. 2 of them, rather. Yes. What are you doing now then? Now we're gathering steel for various things. You never know what you're going to use. Hamnen here, it's empty, at Hamnen. How did the train do, by the way? The things for the boats train is not back. That's not a good sign. Where are you? Oh, no. You're still at the electrical components factory. God damn it. That's not good. That means that there is a queue of trains here that is pretty long, and it may also mean they have not run out of food yet. That's very good. That's enough electrical components for you. You go and get plastics. You see, and this is stuff. This is electrical components, okay? This is electronics. You should not actually. You don't need to. You can skip this one this time. Right, you cannot because you don't know how to get there from there. You need to screw it then. You go there, yes. alcohol, electronics, you're empty. Yes, they are really hungry for the electronics, and we have been using all of the raw resource, i.e. electrical components, to make palace. And now we could do this. Yes, I caught you. What are you doing? Stockholm warehouse, that's the other way, you know. You have to turn around. You see, they're waiting for you here. Yes, go that way now. Yes, there you go. Although this is good, traffic here can pass. Yes. Very efficient roundabout. But not enough queuing space quite right here. And it really is silly this that we need all these trains, that we cannot get one or a few cargo trains to do all of the things. But no, it doesn't work. Okay, have people come back to work here now at the thing? Yes, at least enough to keep the demand more than well satisfied. And now electricity is stable, I suppose. Yes, this. You see, 110 kilovolts. Yes, very good. Very good indeed. Did they have anything else? This is still not finished. The reason it's not finished is because there's a road here involved. And that's why this pump isn't finished. Other than that, it is finished. Then maybe we should get hold of the second fuel transporter thing. Yes, you should now be going here instead to load on fuel. Load fuel. Wait, I think yes. No, don't do that. And I think that will send you directly to Beatus. It's empty. That can be good. Yes, and voltage being bad here doesn't actually mean it is bad, because it's how it works with these things sometimes. It's jumping up and down, I think. No steel, as we said. No resources missing. Steel. I'm sorry, but it's we're not in a rush for that. 3.7 tons of fuel. Did you bring a little bit back with you, or how did you get that? Why don't you get the full tank there? Because we don't have at the moment. It's not hooked up here. That's why. And that would be because this stupid thing is not connected. But now this is now reachable via road, and it is assigned to construction office. It's being built. Lovely. And that means that this... the pipe is already. Yes, the pipe is finished. Though this doesn't help any, because it is the resource that is lacking here. Really is, but this is nice. This is leaving with a full load. Now, Molna, you don't have much. Beatus, you don't have anything. Oskarshamn, Varstock, you don't have anything. Should we do... Varstock is pretty critical. And the other one will take care of Molna, I think, hope, bet, believe. But okay, we apparently have a little bit of an exodus here as well, with the movement of the people and such. This is it's still spoiling the view. Yes, it's very large. What are you going to do? Nothing. That's what you're going to do. You see, 4,000 tons. It is full. I suppose we could build it in here. No, what are you crazy? You can't get a road in here. You know how difficult that is. Yes, but out here maybe. Because if we put this on the thing, on the network with the forklifts, they will be able to get the thing out here. The crops. Yes, they would, but then again, they are already, you know, kind of choked for work as it is, I think. It's not that they are standing around. No, not really. Here they are standing around a little bit. Well, if you want to build, I wanted to build this, you know, like building tall, big buildings here. Brainstorm. Was hooking it up to here or to do it, for example. This would also be nice, you know, no, it doesn't work. Could we get this somewhere where we could get a train on and we could train it over to here from there? Yes, we could. Wait a minute here. I still need a train cargo station though. And there is no way of getting just the excess out of there. No, 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 no. It isn't. This. Why haven't they gotten further on this? It is running without issues. Yes, 10 million rubles remaining. And 23 workers, okay. Well, friends, that will be it for this time. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.